Editor Newware here. Listen, you guys, these video interviews are long. And to be fair, all of them are long. I mean, I've had ones that were an hour to 4 hours long. So I'm breaking them up. However, I couldn't tell you how many videos this particular interview is going to be in, but I try to break them up between 20 and 30 minutes. So I'll leave a link in the description for the playlist for this interview, as well as the sequence in which this interview video is. I hope you guys enjoy, so let's just hop right back into it. My next question is definitely going to be a little bit of a hard one, right?
Okay.
What really sparked this interest?
Oh, this ain't a hard question. So look, look, I'm gonna be real with y'all, right? J. Cole, but another real reason why I also wanted to start music was I'm not gonna say his name or whatever because I don't want to give out any of his business. But I have a friend that he works with a lot of big artists and stuff, and I was like, yo, I want to start that. Like I want to do that. Like I want to make music and everything like that, And I always been playing instruments. I play piano for about 10 years now. Play guitar. I play ukulele. I play drums. Now I'm trying to teach myself how to play the flute. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm trying to teach myself. So with that said, I already had a lot of instrument skills. And I didn't realize that music production was basically just throwing those skills into the screen and making it on beat and adding the drums. It was basically just creating my own style. I didn't realize that music wasn't about creating another person's style, but your own. And that's what's going to make you unique. So that's how I found a lot of interest in music, was because my friend was basically like, hey, get this, get this. I started it. The first beat I ever made was the first beat I actually ever sold too. So that definitely was like, this is working already. Yeah. Like, that one me got you. Never like that's literally what that feeling was when I sold my first ever beat. So that's kind of how I started. Just from there, I just always wanted to keep grinding. Started making music, like singing and rapping, going on stage, and got me to here.
How was your networking skills? Like, are you confident in it? And when you network, like, how does that look for you?
Networking skills, I feel like networking is up and down and I feel like that's for like everyone though, because it's neither someone's gonna like what you're doing or they're not gonna like what you're doing. There's no really in between, like, cause someone say maybe and they don't do it, then it's no. Someone say maybe and they do it, it's a yes. There's no in between with like networking. But I think the way how you perspect yourself is how networking is going to get better. So I have the saying that if the more people you talk to, the better chance you have at networking. So if I talk to one person, that's near going to be one yes or no. But if I talk to 50 people, that's near going to be 50 yes or no's. So I think that's what networking is all about. Networking is about how many people you talk to and how you give out your info.
Absolutely. It's a crazy time that we're living in, because networking could be as simple as literally just promoting someone else's stuff, like a business card. Back in my day, I ain't that old, but back in my day, right? Networking was you had a business card. Where's my business card? Let me see one of them little boys. Right, look at this. You get a little one of these little bad boys, right? Like that. And you would be like, here you go. Here's my business card. You have a little smile on your face, right? Now, I mean, it's literally like, oh yeah, follow my boy, hashtag 5immia, right? That is that simple nowadays. And it could bring in so much work, and times have changed, truly. Absolutely. And depending on who slides into your DMs, I mean, that's a game changer. It's a life changer, just a shout out. It's like yesterday, say, hey, if you can, if you want, pass out these cards. And now I got nothing but back-to-back stuff going on, so it's, I'm grateful for it, by the way.
No problem.
It's that easy, that complicated, and I think a lot of people misunderstand, like when they market themselves, like how you need to market yourself. What are you offering somebody? What do your services look like? How good is it? You know, does it really fit their needs? And is this really just one of those things where it's like, oh, you know this person? Yeah, I can give you a shot.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt, you know? And even in this business, right? I was telling somebody else, when it comes to the artisan business or artistry, it's really, your word means so much.
Yeah.
It really does. How many people have said like, oh yeah, I can come by on this day at this time, and then they don't show up? How many people say, hey, can I get a beat? And then they don't respond.
Yeah.
You know, it's no different. Like even the studio, shout out to Green Screen Studios, right? Working with the owner here, it's like, you know, he told me so many times, it's like, you say you'll show up, you show up. You know, I can ask you something the day of, and I try not to do it, but it's like, if it's something that really kind of just came up, you're here. It's like, it's that trust in a lot of this kind of industry, especially when you're this young. Like, it's amazing when you have that ethic. That alone will take you so far, especially so young. I think a lot of people misunderstand or don't respect the idea that a lot of industries are dying, changing, molding, and there's not enough youth going into them. And I think a lot of industries will really kind of bat for a young person because they need somebody to stay there and really learn and know more than to have somebody who's kind of older and is trying to figure it out, because now it's like, you never know where it's going to go. Their foot's always almost out the door.
Yeah.
You know, so you're younger. It's like, no, I'm trying to invest. This is what I want to do. So now you're going to get all the tools. You're going to get a lot of the friends. Like, how many people that you spoke to was like, hey, I got this tool you can try to use, or, oh yeah, here's this new thing, you know? Can we talk about that?
I would say a lot of people, like, especially when it comes to newer tools and stuff, I feel like, there's no offense to older people, but it's like us generation, when we see something new, we're more likely to try to use it, you know? And I feel like I'm gonna get there too. We all are. But you get so used to a style of living that, like, when you see something new, you don't really like it. Is you know, like, we had a conversation about this before. Like, a lot of people are afraid of change. Like, a lot of people don't like how things change, no matter if it's politically or, you know, just like industry wise. People don't like change if they get used to it for so long.
Absolutely. That's really important. You know, new technology should at the very least make your job easier.
Yeah.
Right. If you can come up with a new hotkey where I don't have to do this manually, game changer. I remember when I was younger, you probably don't know much about Excel spreadsheets, but when they came out with the way to come up with formulas and you can link that to a new spreadsheet, game changer, bro. Like, it sounds so dumb. If you were in accounting or if you used a lot of spreadsheets, that was like, you just shaved half my workday. Yeah. And people don't realize, and I'll say this and move on with this, but work ethic has plummeted, right? Productivity has skyrocketed, but employment has also went down. Yeah. Meaning there's less people doing way more work, and it's due to a lot of the innovations in technology. That sums up what's going on. So in the music industry, what are some of the automations that you were able to figure out? Like, I remember when you were making a beat and you're like, oh, I've already made some kicks, or I made some drums. Like, what are those automations, man?
Okay. Music, AI technology, conversation that I never like to talk about, but look, me as an artist, I do grab a lot of real sounding instruments, and this is just my personal opinion. I feel like when things sound too AI generated, I feel like it just doesn't sound natural. Like, I don't know if you know a lot about music, anyone that's watching, but in apps, they have grids and lines and stuff. You can place it perfectly on beat. And so when someone drags it perfectly on beat for every single note, it's just like, that doesn't sound, it sounds nice, but it would sound nicer if it was more realistic. It's kind of like a phone, you know, like when it sounds weird, but that's comparable to like 720p or something to me when you put it on a grid like that, compared to when it's in 4K and you take it off the grid and everything. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. I mess with this, like it's like that little offbeat, that little pause, even though it didn't sound like it was purposely good either, it sounded nice. But as an artist, I do everything kind of manually. That's why I want the MIDI keyboard. See, that story was a good story you told me to talk about, because that MIDI keyboard, I really wanted it because I wanted to do real sounding things. I wanted to play it live, record live, and then have my drums and play the drums live on the keyboard too with the drum kicks. That's what he was talking about with the special keyboard, how there's the drum pad on the side. So I play those live too. So that's kind of just how I work around the AI type of thing. I know a lot of producers don't like AI generated things, but me personally, I think that you should use them as a learning tool.
Absolutely. AI, our overlords here in the next decade. Wink, wink. Don't kill me, AI. No, I'm looking forward to the progression even further. I mean, you're not even at the crest of it. You're still climbing the hill, man. Yeah. And you're already doing so well. You're working with some very famous people coming up here. Got some other stuff dropping here soon. Man. I mean, if you had to give advice to somebody else who's slightly younger than you, same age as you, what would it be?
Okay. This is my advice for any ages. Listen, y'all. Look. Now, it don't matter when you start, as long as you're not in your deathbed. But it don't matter when you start. When you start, you just have to keep going. Like, you won't believe the amount of times where I show the song to someone and they be like, that's trash. That's straight crap. I hope you never show that to anyone else. And then I'll show it to someone else and they be like, bro, when is this dropping, bro? So it's just like, but there's going to be days where it's just going to be people consistently telling you it's trash. And you might be like, okay, should I really post this? And there's going to be a day where there's consistently people telling you that it's good. Now, don't get me wrong. If there's nothing but people calling your music trash, then try to probably switch it up a little. But I think the one thing that keeps me moving is that there's so many people in the world that whatever song I drop, no matter if someone's going to play it just to make fun of it, like, there's going to be some type of person that's going to like it. There's just too many people in the world that, as long as you promote it and throw it out there, like, I can drop a song and be like, all right, this is going to get 5,000. Because it's just like, I add so much effort into it and just the way I promote it, So just business is about promoting and staying confident and being manipulative. No, I'm just playing. But those two things is what gets me through like anything,
All right. If anybody reached out from you, what would you want them to reach out to you for? I mean, what do you do that? A feature on somebody's track? You want people to reach out to you for making a beat? Like how you want them to reach out to you for? You just want them to reach out to say, what's up? I see you.
Okay.
Me getting back to the court.
I think when someone reaches out to me, and what I like people to reach out to me for is help. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's already a whole tons of people. I get like 50 emails a day. People send me, check this out, send me, check this out, send me, check this out. And a lot of people get offended when like originally it used to only be 5. So they'd be okay, I can click 5 emails, Mm-hmm. Then it's 10. I'm like, okay, I can click 10 emails. And then when it starts to get to 20, it's just like, like I still got to live too. So, but it's like when people do come to me, and I usually look for people. I'm not saying people that I think don't have any potential, but I look for people that I know, like, okay, they're really taking this serious. Like, I want to help them. They're really taking this serious. They took the time to send me this paragraph of everything they want in this thing, knowing that for some reason I'm going to read it. And they want this to happen with their music. Okay, let's make it happen. And then we discuss the prices or whatever. It's just, like I want people to reach out to me out of seriousness, or even just to give me advice. Like, I'm cool with that too. But I promise you, if I open your email and it's like, I don't see that you're taking it serious or something, Don't expect me to reply back. I won't.
Last question, I'll let you go. I know you're a busy man. So,
Oh Lord.
as far as the last side being the business side of everything, right? You talked a little bit about the pricing and stuff like that. How do you come up with your own personal like structure for that? Some people will immediately go, yeah, I can make a beat $100. You know, you might be like, oh, I like your music. I would love to collab. I could do it for this much. Or if you feature me, I can do it for free. You know, like what does your structure look like?
I feel like prices always depend on the person. You know, if it's a beginner artist, obviously I'm not gonna go out my way. Hey, yo, 3,000. You know, like I'm not gonna. If it's J. Cole, I'm looking at J. Cole like we're not even gonna talk money. We're just gonna say a percentage, like 15% of whatever that makes. I don't know how you can get 100 million, 10 million. I don't know what that's gonna make. I just want 15, 20, whatever percentage of that, whatever you about to make. And that's why I say it always depends on the person, because if it's J. Cole, then it's like, I'm going to do a percentage. I'm going to do a lease. I ain't going to do no exclusive track. Like, you finna get a lease. You got 5 years. Yeah. You got to repay this thing. So it's like, but he knows that. I know that. Kendrick knows that. All these other artists know that, you know, like that's how it is. When you're bigger, the more money you have, the more money you're gonna have to spend. Remember that, y'all. The more money you have, the more money you're gonna have to spend. The more money you have, the more money you're gonna lose. So, yes, J. Cole, yes. Just letting you know, yes.
What's that famous quote? More money, more problems.
Yes.
I hope J. Cole sees this. I hope through the networking vine, he sees this. He sees your age. He sees what you're doing. He listens to some of your content. It gives you a shot.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, if you see this, J. Cole, seriously though, I mean, I would love for more people who are more veteran in the industry to kind of give a lot of youth an opportunity to kind of speak up. I think that's what he did with Dreamville, right?
Yeah.
But I don't keep up with the industry like that when it comes to artisans, like rap artists and stuff like that. However, if he does do something similar to Dreamville, but for like producers and artisans and that kind of background, I would love for that to come up. I would actually love to see that more as a collab with other major artists like Kanye and all the rest of them, kind of come together and kind of give you guys some of the tools you need, even if it's just working with some colleges and kind of getting you guys in that kind of field and getting a pipeline for them, access to those guys. That'd be even better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, give me one feature, like make an album with these guys and just say, oh, the beats are all made by, you know, college students that kind of got into the field. And we gave them scholarships. The money from the project goes back into scholarships for these guys. I'm calling you out. Now, will you do it? I don't know. But I would love to see something like that. And like, if anyone can take anything away, I hope it's a lot of what he said. Another thing would be, I hope to get to the point, even with the podcast and with this channel, to kind of make enough money to take care of everybody here, pay you guys from coming in, even if it's like, hey, I came here for free. Now I want to give back. Yeah. And if I can do that and get to even that point, I think I'd hopefully be at the point too where I can kind of give money towards a lot of the youth that do come in and are doing amazing things and kind of help them further their career too. So, how could they find you? What's your hashtag? How do you want them to reach out to you?
So I am going to be dropping music soon on Spotify at 5immia. And not only Spotify, but we talking Apple Music. We're also talking Tidal, SoundCloud, Snapchat, TikTok, and believe it or not, but iHeartRadio too. We in here.
He's serious, y'all. He's serious.
we finna get it kicking. It's gonna be live on iHeartRadio next week. I plan on shooting some music videos and getting some cover art. Next year, also a tour in Paris with my friend. My coolest guy is Simeon. Shout out to him for making this happen, because he had hooked me up with a very cool brand and a big studio down there. So when I come down there, you already know it's gonna get kicking in there.
Absolutely.
Door 2. the parrots, by the way.
Absolute, man. I look forward to it. Like I said, I'm excited to see your journey progress, man. It's an amazing thing, especially when you see it coming from a lot of youth. You know, I was your age once. We were all your age once.
Yeah.
I tell you right now, I looked around at my age group, but I didn't see half. Of course, I didn't even see 75% of the people doing what I was doing, let alone what you're doing. So it's truly an amazing thing when you see that. And I'm super glad. I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're here. You know, I'm going to keep trying to spread the word. And hey, you know, who knows? Maybe I might come across somebody who might have something that can help you even further.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for summing up a chocolate espresso. Again, merch dropping soon. I keep saying that, but I'm serious, man. Maybe next video, you know, I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. That fit gonna be meticulous. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen though, seriously. Like, share, subscribe. If you don't, guess what? You're like a distant aunts, cousins, uncles, brothers, twice removed. Like, that's how far. I mean, I'll love you just like I love that person right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even have to comment, good or bad, but just know if it's bad, you're my girlfriend's, aunties, wives, brothers, second cousin, twice removed. That's what you are to me at that point if it's bad. But I still love you though, right? Thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. We really appreciate it. A special shout out to Green Screen Studios here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Listen, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you can direct message us either on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's always going to be chocolate_espresso_. Listen, we really appreciate you. I said it once, I said it twice. I'm going to say it a billion times if that's what it takes. If you guys want to reach out to us, especially if you know anyone or if maybe you want to be interviewed about your job, the goal is to really teach a lot of youth about the different opportunities that are available to them. College is great. It's always going to be great. Not everybody wants to go to college, or maybe college just isn't on the table right now. So I want to push as much content that pertains to jobs and jobs that may or may not require college. Maybe you just need to network. Maybe you just got to put a lot of work into the beginning as an entry-level person. But you know, I really look forward to producing as many interviews as I can and posting it. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.